Welcome back. Stocks are sliding today after new tariffs went into effect this weekend, and tech is taking on the trade war head on. The Consumer Technology Association, which is a trade group representing over 2,000 companies, released a statement today condemning the tariffs and also calling for Congress to take action against the Trump administration's decisions. Joining us now is Gary Shapiro. He's president and CEO of the Consumer Technology Association. Gary, you're asking for a tweet.
I'm not asking for a tweet. What I'm asking for is some reason. We're asking President Trump to put down that smartphone, which we love, and start getting to the negotiating table, because he's promised us now for over a year and a half this is just a short-term thing, and we've gone along with it, not happily, of course, but he keeps increasing. He's increased tariffs so much now on almost every product that consumers are going to feel it. In fact, businesses are already feeling it. Wall Street Journal today reported small businesses, almost half of them are pessimistic about the economy because of tariffs.
So you guys say the new tariff list taxes consumers on $52 billion worth of their favorite tech products, including TVs, digital cameras, Bluetooth earbuds, smartwatches, and fitness trackers. So who's going to absorb these price increases? Will it be the consumer, or is it going to be the manufacturers like Apple?
Well, it's certainly not China, but the manufacturers like Apple and retailers like Best Buy and so many others, there's a negotiation there. Everyone's trying to do the best they can to cut costs and respect the fact that consumers are price sensitive, as they should be. But President Trump is pushing us into a recession. We're feeling it in so many different ways, and this is across many, many categories. It's hurting American companies, and it will be the Trump recession and potentially the Trump depression if we go this way, because that's what happened 90 years ago with Smoot-Hawley. The last time we did something, put tariffs on a whole range of products, it led to the Great Depression. We suffered for years.
How have your members, Gary, so far dealt with the coming tariffs and the tariffs that have gone into effect on Sunday? Have they pulled forward inventory? I mean, that's what we saw with the threat of the border tax, and that's what we're hearing in terms of the number of shipping containers, for instance, that comes into the ports of Los Angeles. They're filled with TVs. They have been filled with TVs because nobody wants to have a shortage of supply when it comes to Black Friday.
Well, Black Friday may be dull Friday with these tariffs in place. The fact is that these tariffs go into effect at the time of landing. So essentially, as of a couple of days ago, they're in effect for the new products coming in for the very important fourth quarter. And, you know, they just jumped up 2 weeks ago from 10 to 15%. Some are going up October to 25%. There's obviously going to be price increases. There's an estimate by the Congress now that this is costing the average American family several $100s. And prices are going up for all Americans in a range of products. So how are we reacting? It's somewhere between shock and disbelief, and every 2 weeks it's a new tweet, it's a new uncertainty. It was Mexico for a couple of weeks. It's now tariffs on everything. It's the components. It's affecting great American companies, and obviously it's affecting business confidence and the stock market. Look what's going on today.
Just to put a fine point, though, on the question, Gary, you're saying that nobody has pulled forward inventory in anticipation of the tariffs going up?
Well, the tariffs were set to go up on September 1 several months ago,
right.
But then there was a new tweet a couple of weeks ago that said it won't be 10%, it'll be 15%.
Sure.
So, and then there's October tariffs as well on a bigger 4 times the amount
so
of
in
September.
Anticipation of these long deadlines.
But when you're shipping bulk product across an ocean in shipping containers, it takes literally months to prepare, months to get it. There may be at the fringes some accelerated shipping. Every company has its own strategy. Some believe for a while it never would happen. Well, it's happened, and it's having a huge impact, and it's affecting not only this industry, it's affecting retailers, it's affecting consumers, and it's affecting several different industries. Obviously, it's affecting the economy. We're seeing the signs already in so many different ways, from slower car sales to delayed payments to all sorts of things where we're seeing a slowdown in the economy, and the stock market's
Gary,
a good example.
Just before we go, when you come out so strongly and call it the Trump recession, do any of your 2,000 members push back and say, well, you know, we support the president more so than you're making it out?
Well, you're right to say we do support the president's focus on China, but he has many other options that he could do. He pulled us out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which he probably wasn't aware of was an anti-Chinese coalition of countries. He's pulling us out of the World Trade Organization by refusing to authorize judges, which we've won most of our cases. He hasn't done other things he could do by like imposing financial sanctions. He hasn't even gone to reciprocity, where he could impose on China what they're doing to us in terms of partnerships, requirements of all sorts of laws that they could follow. He has other alternatives, but tariffs are the worst alternative. History has proven it. There's only one economist who thinks it's a good idea, and sadly, he's in the White House with the president today.
All right, Gary, thank you very much for joining us today. Gary Shapiro of the Consumer Technology Association.